If you've ever wondered what the difference is between CMYK and RGB color modes, or needed to convert an image from one to the other, today's your day to learn. Let's break it down. As an artist, designer, or photographer, there's a good chance you've seen the option for RGB or CMYK mode in your favorite editing software, or when preparing files for commercial printing. But what does it all mean? When is it appropriate to use one over the other? How do you convert or save projects in different modes? Don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this, and check out our link tree in the description below this video for more ways to support our channel. RGB stands for red, green, blue, which are the primary colors of light. Different mixes of these three colors at a high resolution can produce almost any color. RGB colors are additive, which means that black is the total absence of lighter color, and white is a mixture of all the colors. If you've ever gotten a super close-up view of a TV screen, you already know what I'm talking about. Each pixel displays those three colors, and up close you can see them individually, but from your couch it's a full color image. RGB is the color mode you're actually viewing when you look at any sort of color monitor, and the best mode to use when designing anything meant to be viewed on a screen, but not when preparing a project for print. CMYK is a color mode based on the same principles as pigments, like the color wheel, so it's easy to think of like ink on a piece of blank paper. As opposed to RGB, which is additive, the CMYK mode is subtractive, so black is a mix of every color, and white is the absence of color altogether. CMYK is used for printing, both with home equipment and by commercial printers. The process of printing is what gives the color mode its name. Inks used in most printers come in four colors: CMYK, cyan, magenta, yellow, and key, which is black. Printers use combinations of those four inks to create the images you see on printed materials. Key exists because the transparencies of the colored inks means that mixing them together, even at high levels, won't quite achieve a true black, and the K channel is where most of the image's details are held. Most printers create images by mixing these colors using halftones, which are tiny patterns of colored dots that create an optical illusion of solid colors when viewed from farther away. Imagine the coloring in comic books, or look really close at a color newspaper, and you can see the halftones creating the image. More advanced printers, like those used by some commercial printing companies, will use dithering, which is essentially a halftone with randomized patterns, or frequency modulation, that gives a more natural, continuous toned look. Before printing, you're actually looking at your monitor's approximation of CMYK in RGB. Most home printers will convert files automatically when a print job is sent, which can cause inconsistencies if your file is in the wrong color mode, due to a smaller color gamut or range of color in CMYK versus RGB. And many commercial printers will require files to be submitted in CMYK because of that, so knowing the difference and how to convert and save your files is crucial for best results. Adobe Illustrator defaults to CMYK when a new project is created, and Photoshop defaults to RGB. Other programs have different defaults, so it's important to know what color mode your software starts in and get into the correct mode before beginning your work. To convert the project in Adobe programs, go to the Image tab in the top menu, and inside Mode, you can choose between color modes. There are a few common save formats for RGB projects. PNG creates small files that support transparency, have high compatibility with most websites, and can achieve a very high range of colors. Jpeg is universally compatible, the most popular image format, and allows for a range of compression sizes. However, the compression is destructive, so every time it's resaved, the quality will drop. GIF supports animation, and the file sizes are tiny. However, the compression can really alter the look of your image, and with a range of only 256 colors, saving projects as GIFs can cause posterization of images, meaning less colors that have harsher transitions instead of smooth gradients. Last is PSD, also known as a Photoshop document, which preserves all layers, filters, and effects applied to an image, and they can be easily converted, with no compression at all when saving. It's best to keep a PSD file as a master anytime you create a project with Photoshop, in case editing needs to be done at a later date. CMYK also has formats that work best, starting with AI, or an Adobe Illustrator file. Illustrator is a vector program, meaning each shape and line is created with a mathematical equation instead of regular pixels, so resizing doesn't cause any distortion or compression to images, making it super easy to resize a graphic multiple times for different print applications. EPS has the same benefits as the AI format, but it's more compatible with different sites and software, and has pretty good compression when you need smaller files. Last, PDF has a range of options for saving, formats, and compression, and supports bitmap files, vector graphics, and projects that are a combination of both. PDFs are also very easily shareable. All of this put simply, RGB should be used for monitors and CMYK should be used for printing, with projects set correctly at the beginning because CMYK has a different, smaller range of colors to use, and projects should be saved with a proper format for the final use. That's it for this one. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel to catch our upcoming content, including a release where we'll explain the color picker modes in Photoshop. If you learned something, give this video a thumbs up. If there's a topic you want to see covered on our channel, go to the comments and tell me what you want to hear. And of course, until next time, take care of yourself and each other.